Hi guys, Toasty Ninja here for some more open TTD. This time we're going to be looking at starting up a really small business, a small bit of transport going on. We generally start off with trucks and trains. Boats and planes come later on when you've got a bit more money. They're not as practical. Trucks and trains are usually your staple. Trucks are better for small distance because they can only take small amounts of stuff. Trains, larger distance. Or as part of a bigger network. That's tend to what I do. But for this example, we're just going to set up a really small truck one just now. In front of me, as you can probably see, we've got an iron ore mine and steel mill. Now, these two are perfect. You take the iron ore from the iron ore mine to the steel mill, produce steel. So what we'll do is we'll set up a small truck network. Now, if you remember from my first video, along the top here, we've got your little road, which is your truck, road construction or truck basics. What you need to do is you need to select a truck stop. Now you've got a bus station and you've got a lorry station. You need a lorry station for this one. You can select which orientation, which way it faces. You've got your four ones there, or you've got ones that you can build onto roads if you're collecting mail or things like that. But this one will take this one here. So we'll place that next to it. It now supplies iron ore. Now we need to do a reverse one for down beside the iron ore steel mill, so we'll place that one there like that, and then what we'll do is we've got two kinds of roads, and then we've got a sort of multi-road. We've got straight roads, we've got sideways roads, but in this one, the third option, you can place them however you like and build roads like that. Now if you want to delete roads, you select the wee bulldozer. You select the road first, and then the wee bulldozer, and it will bulldoze the road without damaging anything around it. If you destroy things, if you with the bomb, towns and things will get annoyed with you. If you use this, the bulldozer, folk are less inclined to get annoyed with you. So what we'll do is we'll build a small road from these two here, like that. Not the best road in the world, but it'll do the job. So now we've got the connection between the two supply points. Now what you need to do is you go along from that, and there's one that looks like a wee hut, which is the road depot. Now you select the depot that'll face the road, say we'll put the depot there. Okay, so now we've got 2 points, your connecting road and your depot from where your trucks will come from. Right, you select your depot. Now you've got new vehicle, clone vehicle, location and rename. You can rename the depot to whatever you want. So let's call it T Ninja First Depot. So that's it now called T Ninja's First Depot. Location, if you've got it selected in the bar and you're wandering around somewhere else in the map, location will take you straight to it. Clone vehicle is only good if you've got vehicles already set up. So we'll go to new vehicle, and you get a list. You've got the bus, the coal truck, the mail truck, etc, etc. And you go down until you find the iron ore truck. It costs us £5,170. 48 kilometres an hour. Costs £439 a year to run, and it carries 22 tons of ore. Now later on you will get bigger trucks that travel faster, carry more ore, things like that. Obviously you can have less trucks, and they cost a wee bit more to run, but you're saving money. It's 93% reliable as well, which means it's less likely to break down. What we'll do is we buy the vehicle. It means we've now got one truck. Now if I just see this option here, if it's stopped, if I select go, it'll just drive around aimlessly. It'll not do anything. It'll just drive there, depot, turn around, just drive wherever it wants to go. We need to give it orders. Now if we select the small hut here, it'll go back to the depot. So giving it orders can be quite complicated. So now we're stopped, fine. We go down to this one, this small arrow, click it, and it's the orders. Now we need to, because we're going from different directions, what we need to do is we need to go to, then you select the mines. So great, you select the depot, you click the depot actual physically on it, and now it's been added to the orders list. Go to the unload point, and then go to the depot. So it's going to go to the mines, then it's going to go to the mill, and then it's going to go to depot. Now it's going to drive to these places, but it's not going to pick anything up. It's going to do what it did before, but it's just going to do it in that order. So you click on Great Pewtown Mines, and you go along to full load any cargo. So you select that. You go along to unload all and you select no unloading. You go down to Pewtown West, no loading, unload all. And you go down to the depot and you select service. Okay, so you can now close this little menu, and if we hit go, you can watch that he'll go along to the mines, and he'll begin filling up. The small percentages you can see above him, probably see it there, it's how much, you know, ore it's carrying just now. Now it's 100%. It'll take a small while. The very first time you send something anywhere, it'll take a while to fill up because there's nothing sitting waiting. He'll take this 100% once he's fully loaded. There we go. Now he'll take this all the way down this road to the steel mill. If we quickly look at the mine one there, it's now got 14 tons of ore sitting. So next time he goes along, any ore that's sitting there will be instantly loaded in. So it'll be loaded quicker every time he goes back. There's more ore waiting. If he has to wait for ore, obviously it takes longer. Now he's coming along. Now you see there's nothing sitting there because it's not a collection point. It's a, you know, drop off point. It's dropping off the ore. So when he drops it off in a second, you'll see a small bit of money ping up from the top of him. That's how much we've made off one trip. There we go, £361, just like that. Then he goes back and he does it all over again. On his way back, he will go into the depot for a service. This will make sure he doesn't break down, keep his reliability up, things like that. Now if we look at Great Pewtown Mine, we'll just call it the mine just now because I cannot pronounce that. It's got 78 tons, so when he goes back, he's going to instantly get filled up and leave again. There are other ways of setting up, you know, the trucks to pick up and deliver. I always set mine to full load, you know, because it's the most cost-effective way. They take a full load, their running costs are a lot less, unless they're struggling. If it's really struggling to pick up goods, you can go in and you can change it to load if available. Now, because it's fully loaded, you know, it's got enough to fill up the truck, it will fill up 100%. But say there's only 1 ton of iron ore there. What it'll do is it'll take that 1 ton, then leave the depot and drop it off, and then come back and pick up whatever's there. It's not the best way to do it, I find. I always find to do full load, you know, because you're going to get the most out of it. It's full load all cargo, you know. And I always unload all, you know. It's just going to dump it all. Unload all's fine as well if you've got multiple things on a train, you know. You see he's just running back and forth, back and forth. Now we're getting a bit of a build up here. We've got 125 tons of ore, but one wee truck that'll only take, what, 22 tons. You know, it's going to get out of control. But what we can now do is we can clone vehicle in your depot and select our little truck. That'll be road vehicle 2. Now if we check the orders are cloned as well. It copies that vehicle exactly. Everything there is taken across. So I'm going to stopped, and away he goes, and now he'll start picking up ore as well. So now we've got 2 trucks picking up £321, whatever it was, every time. We've now got, you know, what's that, £642. And of course more trucks we can buy, the busier it gets. Now there's no factories nearby. Well, there is one over there, but it's quite a distance away for a truck. We need to set up a train, but we're not going to look at trains just yet. We can set this depot up here to collect steel. So if we send a steel truck there, he'll collect steel. So what we'll do is we'll build another depot, just for argument's sake, over here with nothing in it, and connect it to this road. Now we'll go our depot and we'll buy a steel truck. Buy. Now this steel truck will go to the mill, and for argument's sake, don't know why it's taken these orders, but for argument's sake we'll go to the mill and we'll go to this empty depot, which will essentially be a steel mill. We'll say a factory, sorry, for the steel. And then we'll go back to the depot. So he's going to go along, he's going to full load, he's not going to unload. He's not going to load at the drop-off point, but he's going to unload it all, so he's going to leave empty. And then we're going to put him in for a service. So he'll drive off down there. There he goes. Now he's going to have to wait, because nothing else there has collected steel before. So he's going to have to wait for steel to be, you know, produced. They'll probably be sitting there until one of the trucks delivers some iron ore. Because obviously, now it's delivered one lot of iron ore, it's gone. There's nothing sitting waiting. So this next truck that's coming down there, here, he'll be sitting waiting, he'll drop that off, and it'll produce some steel. So he's parking up. And our next guy's trucking along there. Speed him up a little bit. There we go. And he's 0%, because obviously there's nothing there to load. So he's now unloading. And if we click on the depot, you can see there was small amounts of steel flashing about there. Now he's at 86%. So he's not 100% yet, so he's not full loaded. So now this guy can come along, drop it off, and he's going to reach 100%. So now what we've done is we've now made this one depot a pick-up and drop-off point for two different industries. You don't have to build you can, if you want, build a completely different station on the other side, a depot on the other side of the, you know, the factory, or you can just do it for the same one like I've done. If it starts getting too busy, you can add on stations like that. Just drop another one in and just connect it via road. And there you go. We've now got two trucks. So how much are we doing? We've got 236 tons of iron ore. Let's clone two more trucks. Let's clone 3. Now we've got 3 sitting in the depot. You can select them and hit stop, start, stop, start on each one. Or if you look in the bottom of the depot, there's a small green circle. You click that, it'll activate all of them, and they'll all come out as soon as they can get a chance. They'll all just run out like that. Now you see there's 4 trucks now backed up waiting. So what we should maybe do is we'll build another depot here as well. Another truck stop, sorry. So next time when they come round, the backlog won't be there. When there's 2 filled up the other one, they'll filter off into the other station there and collect. So we'll avoid this problem at this end as well. So now when this guy comes back down from the steel mill to the steel mill, sorry, these 2 guys come into the steel mill as well. They'll filter off into the right stations, and they'll stop any backlog. And of course, backlog means you're it's costing you more money for running costs, taking up time, things like that. So here we go. He's down in that one. Is he going to break off? Yep, he's broken off. And this guy is going to drive straight down. Oh, I see, he's broken off as well. Well, you know what I'm saying. It stops any backlog, you know, keeps things flowing smooth, stops any problems. So now essentially, if this was an actual steel mill here, we'll just draw in some road here just to symbolise a steel mill. You've now got a small chain going. And then essentially that steel mill would then take the goods from there to the factory would then make goods, the goods would then get delivered to this town here, you know, and then you've got the full chain, you've got a whole chain of, you know, production going. For larger amounts of stuff, you can get trains. I mean, 245 tons of ore, it's quite a lot of stuff. So we'll maybe set up a small train. We'll go into the train section, select our station. Now you get 2 orientations, one way or another. We'll set 1 track, and we'll set the length to be 2 squares. So we'll drop him at the back there. We'll change the orientation, and we'll drop him there. So now we've got 2 small train stations sitting. Take the track, much and such the same as the roads. You get 4 options, but they're pretty similar. Now with track, you can build over the road, and it creates a small level crossing. Accidents can happen, they very rarely do, but they can happen. Trucks and stuff will get blown up, and it'll block the road for a long time until it, you know, clears itself up. Same with the train depot. You select the train depot, plonk it on a bit of track, select your depot, new vehicles. Now in this one you've got the trains and the carriages, so we'll go for this small one, the Paul Kirby tank, Kirby Paul tank, whatever you would call it. It's quite cheap, buy that, not very strong, but you know. And we'll go down and we'll find iron ore hopper, and we'll buy 3. You carry 30 tons each, so that's 90 tons of ore this will carry. And it's the exact same process select the orders, go to, full load, no unloading, no loading, unload all, and then your service. Close that off, and away he goes. Now this train's quite slow, but it's the cheapest one. Obviously I'm not making a large amount of money. I lost a lot of money, doing all the explaining and setting up and things, but we've now got a small train running. It's not the fastest, but it will make you money. Eventually you can then, change the trains over, buy diesel trains a lot faster, stuff like that. It's all about improving the business, making it, more productive, making more money. Now, while we're waiting for the train to run, we'll have a look at our profit graph. And if you look, from what we were at to start with, when I started this series, we lost a load of money, gained a wee bit of money, consistently stayed at one level, lost a little bit, and then we've been gaining a lot of money. Since we've got all these trucks going in, we're getting a consistent stream of money coming in. And with trains you get a larger amount of money. Now this has got 3 carriages full of 90 tons, 3 carriages, 30 tons each. Now each truck carries 22 tons. So let's see how much we get off this one train once it finally arrives. Let's speed up a wee bit. There we go. Well, I stupidly clicked the button too fast there and I missed a chance. But what we can now do is we can go and check in our listings of trucks and trains that I mentioned in the first episode. You click it, there we go. We've got £1,362 of one train load, compared to a load of small £300. We've got £1,000 in one go. Now the problem we've got here is because we're taking large amounts of ore on the train, the trucks haven't got as much to pick up. So we maybe have to defunk some of the trains, remove some of the trucks, or take carriages off the train. What we'd probably do is remove a truck. So we'll select this empty truck, the small home button, which is the one in the wee depot there, and he's going to go back to the depot. Now we open up the depot, the truck's just sitting waiting. So what we do is we click the truck and drag it over to this one, the small truck with an X next to it, and it'll sell the truck. We now got £4,000 back for that. We'll sell this one as well, because the problem is we end up spending money on trucks that aren't making us any money if they're sitting waiting to be loaded. So we'll get rid of this small truck as well. We'll keep the small trucks going. We've got 3 trucks there. We'll maybe remove another one of them as well. Trucks are a much cheaper option to start with, but once you start making money you could then splash out into trains, things like that, to keep your business going and cost you less unless you're making more profit. It's the whole point of the game. So we'll sell this little truck here. We've still got our little steel truck running back and forth. So this guy is dropping off here. Steel truck's not making us any money because obviously it's not delivered into a proper factory, but you get the idea. So there we go guys, that's a really small sort of setup of a business. Made a wee bit of money, showed you some basic truck stuff and a little bit of basic train stuff. Next time we might go into a bit more of an advanced business, or maybe set up a whole chain with trains and trucks and see how that goes. Thanks for watching guys. If you like my videos, please like, comment, subscribe and subscribe to my channel. All helps and it encourages me to make more content. If you've not checked out the previous videos before this, the first one I did was some basic information about the game. The second one was about the industries and things like that, and this one here has just been about some really small business starting up. Next one we're going to maybe go into some more advanced stuff, but we'll see what happens. Thanks a lot guys, and I will see you next time.